It's a step forward for residents around the city, with a bylaw gaining traction to help stop freedom campers. The Strategy and Finance Committee all unanimously voted to proceed with a draft regulation plan to stop the increase of travellers making council and public places their home. Banks Peninsula Councillor Andrew Turner, who is part of the committee, is all for the changes.
Which in my world is good news. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and we certainly welcome hearing what the people have got to say about it.
And Councillor Glenn Livingston is too, with New Brighton being a hotspot for campers.
Does it look quite reasonable? With bylaws, you have to provide for activities, so you may, personally or pick up from the community some areas of resistance, but with any activity, whatever it is, you need to provide for it.
Turner says it's been an ongoing problem for many areas in Banks Peninsula, with work being done 2 years ago to help solve the issue of freedom campers parking up.
We've had problems in the past in Akaroa and French Farm and Wainui in particular, where in the summertime we get large numbers of people in camper vans, and some of those are self-contained camper vans, some of them are not self-contained, which obviously can be quite unpleasant.
And he says the main problems are with short-term stays around the coastline.
Parking around the boat ramp area, so legitimate users of that boat ramp area in the boat parking spaces weren't able to leave their trailers when they went out boating for the day and that sort of thing. Although in the last summer we've seen a bigger problem at French Farm and Wainui. Again, numbers of campers along those foreshores there, people staying for a number of days, meaning that when you've got people going out just for a day trip, there hasn't been parking space for those people.
Signs were put up, but now a new monitoring program is likely to take place over 26 weeks. With a fine likely to be enforced for those at a cost of $200. But nothing is confirmed until it goes through the council chamber.
It would be good to think that even with a bylaw in place, we can deal with this from a compliance point of view rather than an enforcement point of view. I'd like to think that we use the bylaw as the way of making it clear what the rules are and an expectation that people will go by those rules, that we would look for compliance with the rules, and only in exceptional cases, I would hope, would we get to a point where we were needing to enforce by way of that fine.
And Glenn Livingston agrees.
Yeah, well, that obviously is the stick approach. So the carrot is providing these places, the stick is that compliance enforcement angle, and you still have to have that. But you really do want a positive kind of proactive approach if you can.
Late last year, freedom campers started making themselves at home in New Brighton, with many residents upset with their new neighbours. And although Livingston says it's only a matter of time for change to happen around the city, he doesn't want to see them gone for good.
I think being Christchurch, we want to send out a yes, not just a no. We actually want to welcome people to the city. They're freedom campers, but sooner or later they do actually spend somewhere, cafes, bars, etc. So you do want to put out the welcome mat as well. And it is a rock and a hard place. You've got the peace of the community, especially in this case over freedom camping, and you've got your responsibilities as a council to ensure that activity is provided for and getting a balance.
The plan is to have the regulations in place before Christmas, ready for the summer period, meaning campers will have to pack their bags and move on. The draft document will enter a full council meeting next month. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.